Hi friends, I'm Jody. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if this is not your first time here. So I'm here with my ginger cat Cheeto, and we are going to make a Lariat style necklace. I'm hoping you guys will really enjoy this one. Lariat styles have always been one of my favorites because you're not dealing with like a clasp in the back. You can just put it on and you can adjust that length yourself. So come on over and let's make one together. I'll show you what I'm using. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of color here, a lot of color. So I have some fall tones and I have some blues, and I want to make this a very fun and vivid Lariat necklace as I can. I don't know if I can actually use this, so I think I might have to rethink what I want to use. I probably will end up using, oh, you know what? I got the perfect thing. Let me grab it. I have the perfect thing. So I'm going to use one of these. This will be perfect. So this is just the other end of a toggle, and this one has a nice like little floral design. I think that'll be really pretty. So let's use that, and we will start making our Lariat necklace. I am using some gold stringing wire, so I'm going to cut that off. I'll let you know how long of a piece I'm using, just so you know like how long I plan on making my necklace. Okay, so I got that cut, and now I'm just going to measure it real quick. Get my little measuring tape out. And we have a lot of bead stringing wire. We have, goodness, keeps going, 39 inches of bead stringing wire. So that may seem like a lot to you, and it is, but like I said, we are doing a Lariat style necklace. So the first thing I want to do is, I don't think I want to use these. I think I want to use my wire guardians instead because of how it'll end up looking. So I'm going to put these back, and we're going to get our wire guardians, and then that way I don't have to use a jump ring in between those. And we can also use a, oh, I don't know if I have the right size. Let's use a couple different crimp things here. I have some of these that have like the little plunger. They just look like little beads, so we'll use those instead. All right, so now that we got that straightened out, and I also did cut like a few random pieces of chain in case we want to make the end of our lariat a little bit more dangly with some of the charms that I have here. All right, guys, I'm going to pull this stuff out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we really have some color going on here, which is fantastic. I love color. Let's make the one end of our necklace first. So let's put our little crimp bead on, and our wire guardian. Oh my goodness, let go. There it goes. Just like that. Okay, got our wire guardian on. And then let's put our little focal on there, our little loop. All right, and then let's find a good spot for our crimp bead. Make sure your wires are not crossed. And even though these have the little plunger, you should be able to use the your flat nose pliers or your regular pliers. I can't though. I just don't have the hand strength and to keep it still long enough to do it. So I use these because it'll sit right inside of my crimping pliers, and I can just push it down. And then once I know that it's in the right spot, like it is right now, if I want to, I can come back in with my round nose pliers and just flatten it out some more. So now it just looks like a little bead there, okay? So that's why I like to use these. All right, so I'm gonna set all that other stuff aside, and we are just gonna start stringing, and we are gonna have so much fun with these colors. So I wanted to team up some really bright colors because we did talk about color, and I also wanted to put some neutrals in with it too because I thought that was important as well. So the one thing you notice, I don't have any metal beads here, which I should probably have. So we are using, I'm not sure if we'll end up using these or not, but I have some gemstones. I have, I don't remember what these are called, but I have some moonstone, and those are really nice, and they have that nice neutral tone to it, plus some shimmer, so it's really pretty. I really love these. I have no idea. I mean, there's like a painted glass bead, and they're just really cool, and I thought they looked really good with all these. These are some glass pumpkins. Not sure if we'll end up using that many of them, but, and it's kind of not really the right orange, but it's close. So we'll see about that one. But I'm gonna grab some gold beads. 1 second. I'm just gonna grab my whole little tray here, some spacers. All right, so I have some spacers, and let me just get some out here. Oh, I even have some tiny bead caps, so we can have those too. Those will be nice to use. And then I have a couple of these larger spacers left. Have some like gold ball spacers we can use. Grab those out. All right. And one more, here we go. All right, let's go with that. Cheeto, you went out? Went out, buddy? Go ahead. Go, go, go. All right. Okay, so now that we have our spacer situation handled, let's go ahead and start stringing. So I think I do want to start right off the bat with one of these really big, pretty ones. I love the colors and the patterns on these. I think they're amazing. And I think it'll just make a really fun, bright and cheerful necklace. And I'm really looking forward to having some bright and cheerful stuff. Even though it's fall and I am using some fall stuff, I still want this to be a little bit bright and happy. Let's go in with some of this moonstone here with some bead caps on it, just to give a little bit of gold in there. Move my tools out of the way because they're getting tangled up in all my stuff. Okay, just like that. Oh yeah, I like that. Like this round one with the more of like the oval shape bead there. I like that a lot. And then let's bring in another one of these blue ones, and then maybe one of these gold spacer beads, kind of like a bumpy spacer. We're using up some of my onesie twosies here. There we go. And then let's go ahead and do another moonstone one. With the little bead caps on it. I love these teeny tiny bead caps, but you got to be so careful that you're not grabbing more than one, because you'll think you're only grabbing one, but you're not. And then we can do another one of these. There we go. How fun is that? That's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be super pretty. All right, and then let's just put like a little gold spacer right here, because I think it'd be great. Let's see how these orange pumpkins look. Oh, actually not bad. They don't look as orange when it's teamed up with everything else. Look at that. It actually looks pretty good. And then that makes me think too that I have all of these gold spacers that I could use as well. And we could do one of these pretty gemstones, another spacer, and then maybe another pumpkin. Ooh, that looks good together. See, that white really lightens up those pumpkins. It looks so good together. Oh, I like that. I like that. All right, so then next, let's see. Maybe we'll do 3 more of these little guys and maybe just try to repeat what we have. I don't know if I really want to use any of these. I probably could. There's some colors on here I don't really want in the necklace. Like this one would be good. So if I put that one on, that one would be fine. But there's some like that just has way too much red in it that I don't really want as part of this necklace. So maybe if we did that one, and maybe if we did maybe another one of these pretty gemstones, maybe one that's a little bit more a darker color though. And then let's dig through this again and see what we can find. I don't mind if it has a tiny touch of red in it. I just don't want too much red. And you know what? No, I'm not a fan of that. So we're gonna skip those. We're not gonna use those. We have plenty of other beautiful beads. So we're just gonna skip those. These would be cool for something else down the road. All right, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and just kind of repeat what we have going on here because I'm digging this little pattern here. I think this is really gonna be cool. So let's get 3 of these little beads. And one of these. A bead cap. Our moonstone. And a bead cap. Go. Yeah, oh yeah, I like this little pattern. This is going to be really fun. All right, and then we need one of these little beads. We're going to use this spacer. I have other spacers that are kind of like this that we'll use. It doesn't match it exactly, but that's okay. I'm good with that if you guys are good with that. And then one of these. Another gold bead cap, another moonstone, and a bead cap. And then another one of these, and a gold ball spacer. I wanted to make something that was kind of eclectic, and I thought that the coloring on these big beads was like perfect for what I had in mind. And I just kind of wanted to build around it. So I was digging through some of the things I had and just pulling some ideas together, which is why sometimes I end up with beads that I don't want to use because I want to try them. And if I don't like the way it looks, then I will change my mind and use something else or just eliminate them out of the design altogether. So honestly, that's the only way I can really do it. Sometimes I do it off camera where you guys aren't seeing that, but I really would like you to see sometimes the beads I pick, no matter what I'm thinking, they're not going to work out for me. It's just not what I'm looking for. Even though when I grabbed them, I'm like, oh, these would be perfect. Sometimes they're not, and that's okay. All right. Moonstone. And I really like taking some of my beads that maybe people wouldn't find so appealing, but putting them with like gemstones and other colors that people tend to gravitate towards. And it really helps like people's imaginations with what you have going on, you know, because they can't picture some of the stuff. They're like, you know, like if you look at this, you're like, I don't know if I really like that. But then you start putting it with other things and you find that you actually might really like it. I'm using up a lot of my onesie twosie spacers because I have a few of them. Whoops. So I had my nephew's birthday party today. It was so nice. He's such a sweet boy. And I love my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law. They're such amazing people. Going over to their house to play games, like, it's probably one of my favorite things to do. And we haven't been able to do it lately. It's just been so crazy busy on the weekends. And it's not going to get any better because we have holidays come in. But we have to make the time to do it because it's important to do. Plus, you know, I feel very close to them, and we've gotten even closer over the years, and it's just nice. It's just really, really nice to just sit there and hang out, and we play games and we laugh, and it's just a good time. And my sister-in-law always cooks for us, and it's such a treat. She's such a good cook. She's so good. But it's always such a treat. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is gonna be cute, you guys. Look at how pretty this is. I love this. Was I off camera? I feel like I was off camera. I'm gonna try really hard to not be off camera. If I was, I'm sorry. All right, so then we need 3 more of these. I do want to tell you that my husband is watching U of M football. It's Saturday, it's college football season, and if you hear shouting, it's fine. Everything's fine. All right. They're playing against USC today, so I think he was a little anxious about that because they are ranked pretty high, but it'll be okay. They'll be fine. They're going to do a good job. I can see it. All right, so, whoop. On there. Okay, get one more of these. I need another little random spacer. I've got 3 like this, so that's good. I think using random spacers just gives your piece more character. I'm gonna go with that. But no, really, use up those random ones, guys. I mean, it's fine. You don't have, your piece doesn't have to be head to toe the exact same thing. You can absolutely create a beautiful piece and not use the exact same spacers all the way through it. It just makes it that much more interesting, I think. So by all means, you make it exactly how you want it to be. All right, and then we have this gold ball spacer, and we have a pumpkin. You know, we get rid of fruit flies and then it rains and then we get more. Is anybody else having issues with fruit flies? Like, our kitchen and everything else has been scoured head to toe. There's no, like, we don't leave food out. We empty our trash like all the time. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, every time it rains, I feel like we get them in here. And I did, because somebody had recommended those Zevos, and we have a couple of them, and they do work fantastic. So I'm sorry, I don't remember who recommended it to me, but it is wonderful, and I do appreciate you recommending those. They've been a dream. If it wasn't for those, I feel like we would be overrun. It's like that bad. All right, so let's put some more of these in. There we go. And then I always get one, because I'm using these bright lights over my desk. It wants to hang out over here. And I'm like, you need to go away because I don't want you here. But he's like, the light is so bright. Okay. I'm gonna pull you guys back just a little bit. Maybe, there we go. That might help a little. All right, this is getting long. We're doing good. We're almost out of these, which is fine because when we get to the bottom, we don't want those past our little loop anyway because they won't fit back through it. I mean, you can still, if you want to make it like a faux lariat and have it stop, but I want to have it be able to go all the way through. So I'm good with running out of those. And then, there we go. So I hope everyone's been having a really fun weekend so far, that you're not having to work too hard if you're having to work. Otherwise, you know, like it's the first day of fall, but to me it doesn't feel like fall. It's like 80 some degrees right now and it's warm, but you know, I'm not going to complain because even though as much as I want fall weather and I'm ready to grab like a nice warm like hoodie, I also am not looking forward to freezing my tail off this winter when I go outside for anything. So I'm going to just embrace what we have, be grateful and thankful, and just take what's coming to me later. The only thing I have to say is I live like a mile away from work. I don't have to go far. So it's super nice that I don't have to go very far. Oh, what am I doing? I want one of these spacers. So I could leave as late as I wanted to, and oh no, that's right. Oh my goodness, you guys. I forgot what I'm doing. We need this first, then we need the spacer, and then one of these. There we go. Pretty. This is going to be pretty. And then we need a bead cap. Kind of wish I would have bought more of these. I like them. All right, and then put our last one on here. Whenever I make a lariat necklace, it always ends up being kind of like asymmetrical, like one side has larger beads on it than the other. I don't think I do it on purpose. I just think it always happens to be that way. All right, so now we have that. And then we can go into our little pumpkin, our spacer, our gemstone bead, spacer, and our pumpkin. There we go. All right, so let's do this. Let's see what we have here. I'm gonna put this on real quick to see where this goes because I want to make sure that like, okay, yeah. All right, we're good. We are good. I'm just gonna do this. All right, so now we are at the point where we are going to get ready to be going through our little loop there. Okay. All right, hold on one second. I think I want to grab something that's going to be kind of focally here. I'll be right back. Okay, I dug into my check glass beads and flowers and I found some things that I think would be really cool looking. So I think what we should do is I have some of these little leaf beads. We're gonna want some of those. And right after these is when I think I'm gonna want to start making it really skinnier so it can go through our little loop. Oops, I put that on the wrong way. All right. So I think we're gonna do this. Put this guy on. Oh yeah, that's gonna look so good, you guys. And then I have some smaller gold ball spacers. I have just a couple, which is perfect. So if we did one of these, let's do this orange flower. And then we have something kind of focally on that one side. Yes, focally is a word that I just made up. And then we can do this. Okay, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be super cool. And then let's come in with these 3 beads, these 3 turquoise looking beads. Just like that. And a gold ball spacer. Get on there. Need some more of these. Let's do our pumpkin, our gold spacer, our gemstone bead, our gold spacer, and our pumpkin. All right. So now we're gonna get to the point where we kind of want to look at this and be like, all right, so this is gonna go through here. All right, just like this. And these beads will prevent it from going any further, okay? So I think we're pretty much done with our pumpkins. We're gonna be good with those because we want this to be able to go, well, actually, you know what? I think I want it to be a little bit longer with the pumpkin. So maybe we'll do like another set of, let's do this little spacer. No, let's say that spacer. Let's do this little blue one, our gold bead cap, our moonstone, another gold bead cap, our blue, our little gold spacer, all right. You know what, maybe we are done with the pumpkins. I don't know, you guys. I gotta look at it. I gotta look at it and think. I gotta think about it for a second. Because that, no, I do want to do one more little set of the pumpkins and then we'll be good there. So let's do our gold spacer. Okay. And our pumpkin. This gold spacer. A gemstone. And there we go. Oh, I hear Cheeto wanting in. I'll be right back. All right, so the good news is these fit through the opening. So that's good. That's awesome. So let's do this little blue guy. And she's been digging my little pile of boxes that I need to take to work. Such a goofy animal. All right. And then we have a few moonstones left. So let's do our moonstones again. Moonstone, bead cap, blue. Oh boy, he's not sounding happy again. Like it goes from happy to not happy, like pretty quickly. We'll use one of these gold spacers. We're almost out of moonstone. Look at that. Went through a whole strand. go. There, that looks pretty. All right, so now that we know that these fit, we can do some stuff with these. So let's maybe, let me see, I have more of those spacers, which is good. I have one of these left. I have a few of these, like 3 of these bigger gold ones. And we're just gonna make sure they fit through, and they do, so that's good. So let's maybe do one of these gold, big gold spacers. And then let's do that. We're gonna kind of change up our pattern a little bit here, just because we're at the tail end and we want this part that goes through to look just a little bit different. It doesn't have to look the same. I don't want it to look the same. And I want the gemstones here too, because they're gonna be heavier and they'll hang better. If you have like a heavier bead towards your bottom, it'll stay in your loop better, because I don't know if you've ever worn any and you feel like your necklace is falling off, and when you look down, the bottom of your lariat is like right at the end of your little loop there, and you're like, oh, I'm about to lose this. But yeah, so you want to have heavier beads down towards the bottom. So we do still have a few of these left, so let's do a couple more of those, and I'll tell you what we'll do, because I'm kind of want it to be a little bit gemstone heavy down here at the bottom. We're going to do this, and then we are going to, what do I have here? I have some of these gold spacers. One in here. Oh, nope, gotta do the blue. I want to use the last 3 of my moonstone. And then this one, blue. And what we will do is we will do one little set of pumpkins down at the end to make sure that it does lock in and it's not going anywhere. So we'll still use that too, okay? It just takes a little bit of extra like thought behind it, like how am I using this? How do I want to use this? Kind of thing. So just always keeping that like little thought in your head of what's next and how is this going to work and what do I need to do to make this be efficient and work the way it's supposed to. It just takes just a little bit of that. And I'm always thinking like a few beads ahead, like, you know, until I'm not. And then I'm sitting here stumped and I'm like, I don't know what to do. It happens. All right, so there's that. And we need one more bead cap there. Okay, and then this blue guy. And let's use this last gold spacer that we have. All right, so now that we have that, let's put this through and we're just gonna lay it up here, okay? We want to have this laying up here because when we go to use the larger beads like these, we don't want it to like fall back through, you know what I mean? So this is the perfect time to do it. So we will put a blue one here. Actually, no, we'll put a gold one here. No, we have a golden one there. Let's do the pumpkin. One of these pretty gold spacers. Your gemstone. I think we're gonna double up on that gemstone. I'm thinking about something. Yeah, let's double up on that gemstone. And let's do another pumpkin. And then at the very end here, I have one of these leaves left. Let's do one leaf. Get in there. go. Just like that. All right. So now that we have that, let's think about what we're going to do to finish our end here, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so we are just going to finish this off, and I'm going to use like a little jump ring at the end to put our chain on, because I do want to use those little pieces of chain. So let's put our crimp on. Let's put our wire guardian on. Okay, and we can just close this one right up because we are going to be opening up a jump ring to put on the end. I'll grab my pliers. This one's a little bit twisted. Looks a little weird. I just want to fix that. There we go. And then put that through our wire guardian, maybe through our crimp, and let's put it through this leaf bead. Okay, just like that. And then let's pull that down. Okay, give ourselves just a little bit of breathing room there. And then we'll crimp this down. Let's tug on it, make sure it's not going anywhere, and it's not. And then we can trim off our tail. All right, doing good. We're doing good. We got all these beads laying here. It's probably very distracting. I'm very, very sorry. I'm gonna move those all, crunch them together. We need these. All right, so fix this. Get that out of the way. Do a little rearranging here so we can focus on what we need to focus on. All right, so I don't want to use a super big jump ring, but I don't want to use a teeny tiny one either. So we're going to use one this size. And we are going to, oh, I do need some teeny tiny ones though too. Let me grab those. Because we need to put our little leaves on the ends of our chain. So we need 1, 2, 3. And this is very tiny chain, so it's might take me a hot second to get these through there. There we go. There's one. There we go. There's our other one. And I may even do like a little wire wrap around a pumpkin. But I don't think we need to. I think these are going to be good. And I think I'm going to use a smaller jump ring to put all 3 of them on instead of that one. Just because I kind of want it to be like disappearing into the design. Halftime must have just ended. Okay, let's put this one back. Let's get a smaller one out. Just one of those. And let's open him up. Find the opening first. I want to make sure these are all facing the same way here. Put that on there. And that one. Yeah, this little jump ring works pretty darn good. Just getting it through those tiny little links. It's a little bit fiddly, but it works out. You know what, even if they do flip around, if they're gold on the other side, it looks pretty. It doesn't really matter. All right. Okay, there's the end of our little chain here. I am going to turn this around and try it on for you guys. I'll be right back. Okay guys, here it is. So here's where we did like that little like focal segment right here on the side, and it goes up to right about here. All right, and it's long. So, but if you didn't want it to be that long, you don't have to. You could even take it all the way down to the end, and if you wanted to, you know, just wear it like that. And it turned out really cute. I really like it. And I want something really long like this that I can wear with like a really cute tunic top and maybe some little leggings and some boots. And I think this will be perfect. And I can team this up with like anything brown or black or white, or even that green, or, you know, pretty much anything. Maybe not a pattern, but a nice solid color would be great. I think I absolutely love the way this turned out, and I might actually wear it to church tomorrow. So, all right guys, I hope you had a lot of fun with this one. I did too. You can make your lariats a lot shorter. I just wanted mine to be super duper long, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Much love to you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.